All right. I want to welcome y'all to the next installment of the Dojo, and we got a really dope producer. We met honestly just crossing through studio connects that we had, and without further ado, it's No.Topher. We out here.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Shoot, coolin', bro. Just trying to keep your head on straight. All the craziness in the world.
Man, me and you both, bro. Me and you both.
I feel that.
Man.
So what you been up to since the last time we seen each other? Shit, we only like met real fast for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, um, a whole lot actually. Um, I ended up joining the Air Force.
Okay.
So that's a huge life change. Um, and trying to balance that with my music, that's just the lane that I've been trying to be in. Just really trying to figure out how to balance this life with my past life and like kind of merge the two.
For sure.
Um, so it's just been a long struggle doing that.
What's your
But
what was like what made you make that decision? What was the deciding moment? It was like, I'm a join the Air Force. What was that? What was that like? I was like, you told me that shit the other day. I was like, this nigga trying to fly some planes.
I mean that the spot that I was in, I just didn't like.
Mm,
I just saw myself not progressing, and I just wanted to change up something, but just to kind of give myself like a reboot in a
okay.
sense. So I'm like, okay, where can I go where I know I can practice on my consistency and my discipline and all that stuff, as well as like starting a good foundation for my life. Because like, of course, I want a family, and like staying at your grandma's house ain't gonna get you a family like
For
that.
sure, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
so
Like I know that
you
like the
gotta,
back of my hand, bro. I get that.
yeah. So you kind of had to make some grown up moves and like just be honest with myself as to where exactly I want to be. And I just like, okay, so Air Force it is. I scored
Hey,
high on my ASVAB test and got in. So here we are.
hey, yo, listen to that. Us artists, we are critical thinkers too. Don't bullshit us. Don't shortchange us. We be sitting out here. We'll sit down and think. So, get the people a quick like synopsis of who you are. Introduce yourself because we only really met. I only know your name and what you do. So, this is us really for real, y'all. This is us like really meeting each other for the first time. So,
All right. Well, no Topher, just because it's just Chris Morrow. Um, Producer from Chicago, of course, where we met. I've been making music for about as long as I can even touch a computer.
for sure.
Um, I have a profound love for it. Um, I suck at introducing myself.
Yo,
Uh,
it's all good, bro. This is the look. This is the place where you can look, be real as fuck, transparent as hell, whatever the fuck it is. That's cool.
yeah, man, like I'm really outgoing, bro. I'm cool as hell. Love video games. Um, I produce on FL Studios.
Mm, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone there. I mean, I used to live in Tennessee for about 4 years before I
Word.
moved back to Chicago. Honestly, like if I had to retire right now, it would probably be in Tennessee. I love Tennessee.
I feel
Like
that.
you get the mix of the city with Nashville, and then you get the like the country with Knoxville. It's like the best of both worlds for me. Um, but I'm part Panamanian, part African American. My mom's side is Panamanian. Um, so I'm actually the first generation of my family to like actually live in America full time. Uh,
Word.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. I wish I could speak Spanish. Like my mom's taught stop my mom stopped teaching me when I was like 4. So like I never
Word.
was able to pick it up. Like I can understand a decent amount of it,
Yeah.
but the speaking part, like
That's a
another
whole nother thing, bro. Because it's like depending on where you from, or like
exactly
it's
like
like you
there's
could
so
be
many
from.
different dialects of Spanish. So it's interesting. Um, but yeah, I mean, anything else you want to know? Just go
Shoot, I
ahead.
wanted to actually stop on the point of family. Speak on what influence does like your background or anything like that have on the way you produce, whether it be the stuff that your parents listened to when you were growing up, or just the things that you gravitated towards sonically that like shaped how you make music.
Okay. So before I started making the music that I'm making now, like more hip hop R&B type, I strictly used to just make house music.
Mm.
Because that's all my dad listened to. I love house music. Like
Oh
I
man.
always gonna have a spot in my heart. Like I just love to like move, like the movement of it, like
Exactly.
the concerts, doom, doom, doom. Like it just gives me chills because like it's a happy music. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't be sad listening to house music.
Exactly. It's something about that 4/4 beat, man.
Exactly,
It speaks.
exactly that. It just gets me going every single time. I really haven't made something in a while. Like I'm pretty sure like I've tried to start something, just was like, eh, because I
You
was
trying to do, bro? Like we can make a house
look,
tape, bro. I'm down to collab, bro. Look, you send me a melody, I chop up a beat. I send you a melody, you chop up some drums. We fuck
come
it
on,
up.
man. Well, we can fuck it up.
Cause yo, I was working on
Yeah.
some. For the longest time, I was like, I want to do some footwork, and I had never like even just
Mm.
attempted to do this shit. I was like, I
I
want to do
actually
this shit.
got this. I don't mean to interrupt,
No, you
uh,
good? Go ahead.
but I actually got this footwork and beat that I made for one of my friends when I was back in Chicago. Um, I chopped up this lollipop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I chopped up that. It's actually pretty cool. I'll send it to you.
for sure,
Um,
definitely.
but it's pretty cool. But yeah, no, if you want to make it the working, no, we can do that.
Oh yeah, we need to definitely collab on something because yeah, bro. I forgot what track it was. I think it's on your SoundCloud. I don't know if you took it down or not, but it's like there's this one track where it's like almost like it was hip hop. It was like more like trap hip hop in the first half, and then it broke down into this like house joint in the second half, and I lost my mind. I was like, "Oh, this nigga got he didn't like switched it up on me. What am I gonna do?" But yeah, I remember when we first talked, I was like, "No, I gotta talk to this nigga more about like just house music, because
Hmm.
I got that on my notes. Talk about house music. I want to talk about what your who do you feel is your like production forefathers, or like the people that like when it comes to like putting the shit together, or the way that you think about it, like who helped open your mind or your eye or whatever to like this shit.
Well, to be honest, when I first started making music, it was my uncle
Mm.
because he got me into it. I never really getting into it. I never really did much research as to who was doing it before me. I kind of was just doing it.
Yeah.
Like I was spending all my time at my grandma's house, and that's where my uncle lived. All my time over there every summer, and so I had nothing to do but just to make music. Like it was just there on his computer, so I was like just doing it.
And
But as now,
how old were you when you started?
how old was I?
Yeah.
Probably like 7.
Oh yeah, bro. You got me beat. Woo. Yeah, you OG in this shit. Let's
Yeah,
go.
probably about 7 years old. As far as I can remember, yeah, I think about 7. But coming to now, like more that I've invested more time into my craft and um, did a little bit more research as to who done it and how they've done it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see like a mixture of like Scott Storch and a Metro in there.
Yeah.
Um, just and I think just the slightest bit of Ye's creativity though.
Hey man, look,
I need a little
we
bit more.
yo, he sunned a lot of motherfuckers out here.
Yeah,
We can't
I mean,
lie. It's like,
you can't you be lying if you say you didn't get no inspiration from him.
come
So
on now.
um, yeah, so I'm pretty sure like Ye, Scott Storch, Metro, definitely Zaytoven.
For
Um,
sure.
like I could just keep naming off. Like I literally just for the past couple of weeks, I've just been listening to music, like
Mm-hmm.
really just trying to just see like, okay, let me get some inspiration from this.
Mad
And
consumption. Yeah.
exactly. Sometimes you just got to stop listening to your own stuff because you're not gonna make anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like just everything starts laying over top of each other, and it all just sounds like I don't know what's going on in the moment. Like you gotta get
Like
some.
the beat version of writer's block. So you just gotta find some way to combat it.
For sure, for
And
sure. I um I was actually wondering what are some what's an old block, like something that like was hard for you to get over in the beginning stages of like making music and coming up with stuff that you was like, I'm never gonna figure this shit out, but like if I asked you to do it right now, you'd be like, nigga, I got that shit.
um, I think it's something I'm still working on.
Mm.
I'm getting better at it though. But it's playing the piano. Um,
Whew, man, we all be saying that shit. We were like, I need to play piano, bro.
and it's but like the benefit of actually being able to do it very
Exactly.
well is like monstrous.
Yeah, mad valuable.
Like, cause at this point, like every time I hop on, I always like I don't know, self-consciously just go to one chord. Like I
Mm-hmm.
always go to that chord just because it's the one that my fingers are just accustomed to going to.
Mm-hmm.
So before I didn't know anything. I was just
Just touching shit. It's like, ooh,
before I
that
even
sounds nice.
majority of the time I was playing it on my actual laptop keyboard.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I literally had no idea of music theory, none of that. And so actually getting into it and like starting to teach myself and actually asking questions
Mm-hmm.
because when I was in Evanston or Chicago, um, I had a mentor, ish, that kind of taught me a little bit about like actual theory and
Word.
all that stuff. So he got me into actually trying to become an actual producer. Uh,
Word.
so it's something I'm still working on, but that was probably the biggest hump that I had to get over is like just all my melodies and all that stuff. Like because piano it just literally flows into everything else.
Yeah, man. Um, beyond okay, so piano.
Hmm.
So what's another skill that like you right now that's like you either heard somebody else do it or it's like this concept just conceptually like you know how certain people that have like you take a snare, right? You
Hmm.
lay the snare down and it's a nice pattern, but then you just turn up that reverb just enough to where like the snare starts bouncing around enough. You know,
Yeah.
like those certain like certain playing games with the ear. Like what are certain things that you're trying to figure out now that you heard in a certain song or something that was like, oh man, I need to make it feel like this part right here in this song. I need to replicate something like that for myself.
So the like I said, past week I've been just listening to a shit ton of music. But one thing that I've heard is just how like spacey their sounds
Mm.
are. Like they fill spaces, and um, in the process of trying to figure out if that's the reverb that they're doing. Um, but I'm also coming to a point where I'm thinking that they're using panning techniques of
Mm-hmm.
making sure that different sounds are different places, so it
Yeah.
sounds like it's different. Um, so I actually was making a beat early, yesterday, 2 days ago, where I was doing that with 808s, just moving them around, and
Yeah.
it sounds crazy,
Mag different.
crazy. It's just like literally because the way I like to think about it is,
Come on, let's get nerdy. Look. I
yeah,
brought
it's good, it's good,
because I
it's
was
good,
like, I was ready to get nerdy as hell.
it's
We about to
good,
talk
it's
about
good.
sound. Sound is all
Yeah,
about a minute. Let's go.
I'm with it. The way I look at it is,
If you are watching right now and have been watching, you probably only got half of this interview, half of this episode. If you want to catch the full episode, you can go to the Patreon and it's linked down below, along with No.Topher's information. All his stuff is down there. Shoot, anything you want to say to the people on the commercial? Anything, anybody want to shout out, plug?
um, I'm actually gonna start streaming like video
Oh
games.
shit!
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually about to start going on that track because that's something I've been doing for the longest time either. I mean, as well, playing video games. Of course, everybody fucking.
Oh man, we
Um,
about to talk about video games now. Look,
uh,
if y'all really look, y'all about to miss out on some really good conversation. So look, if you really want to catch really good conversation amongst really dope independent artists, go to the Patreon down below. Become a Patreon member. Just start the first tier. It's only $3. You coolin'. It's $3.
$3.
All right, so we're gonna get back to the thing.
Music, just the beat with no effects or anything is like a straight line.
Yeah.
And so if you want to catch somebody off guard, that's really what you're doing. Like that makes you like something is because
Yeah.
you're caught off guard by like, oh shit, like damn, that's actually
Yeah.
is by moving that line. And so the easiest way to move it is panning stuff
Yeah.
because we have stuff going all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Oh, it's not all the way to the left, but it's still a little bit on there because I still hear something right here.
Exactly.
It's it's a panning technique that I'm trying to really get down, because if right now the panning on hi-hats are really popular right now. If you
Yeah.
listen to the way that the hi-hats are going, they're like moving all over the place, like they're not even normally if you were listening to like 4 or 5 months ago, the difference between the hi-hats then and the hi-hats
Mm-hmm.
now, like it always used to be
Time flies when it comes to this music shit, bro.
exactly.
Time
It's
flies.
crazy. I mean, but people don't even realize it. So you just gotta
It's
keep your
like
head on it.
I think I heard someone say it was like every 6 months is equal to a year in the music industry.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
like that
about right.
like it changes your perspective a lot about how like these motherfuckers be moving in the industry. It's
Yeah,
like, oh shit, that's why these motherfuckers be like feeling like they gotta do something.
yeah,
Like
because you
fuck.
gotta keep up. You gotta keep up.
Got to.
It fucked me up when I went to basic, because I was in basic for 2 months in Texas.
Let the
Basic.
civilians know what basic is.
It's basic training for military, for the Air Force. So I had to go all the way to Texas for 2 months in basic, and then another 2 months in my tech school. So I was away from music for about 4 months.
Your ass
Uh,
was fiending, bro.
uh,
You was fiending.
it was probably the hardest time in my life
Mm.
because music was my escape. Music was my everything. I just knew I could go to something that I personally could do good at. Like I knew that this was my domain. Like when
Mm-hmm.
I open my computer, I put my headphones on. Like it's nothing but me and my music. And away from that for 4 hours, and it's being replaced by somebody yelling in your face.
Shit weak. Shit is weak.
We, but yeah, I don't know, but eventually got over it, and I still miss my speakers. I can't have speakers in my room. But when I get my
I I was staying at a friend's crib a while back, and they had some really nice speakers.
mm,
And then I moved into my place, and then I was like, I got my speakers back, and I was like, fuck, I need some speakers. I was like, it changes. Like, you don't realize how much of a difference. Like
mhm,
when you're like sitting there and you go from in ear to headphones to wraparound buds
mhm,
to loudspeakers to tall ass speakers, like it really pays a lot to be like to have those
yeah,
at your disposal.
it's,
It really does.
man, I had some Rocket Sixes. Oh my gosh, like my brother has them right now, and I know he's using them well.
Oh, I know the nigga uses them.
I
He,
know he's using.
he using them.
Uh,
He wearing them
man,
out.
it was tough. It was tough, but yeah, it's definitely a difference from like headphones to even listening on your phone to listening in your car. Like
Yeah,
I go through at least three of those to make sure a beat is good.
it's
'Cause, like,
so
you can't just go off of headphones. You can't do
it's
it.
so man. It's like the most. It's the honestly, it's the thing that I hate the most about just the recording process and everything is just making sure that it sounds right through any type of like if I'm playing it on these on my laptop, bare speakers, whatever it is, I swear it's the hardest thing. Just
Yeah.
like getting that shit right.
No, definitely feel that. It's I forgot somebody called it. There was a like a whole term that they came up with, like just not just listening on one source of feedback. Like you had to do. I forgot. I'm that's gonna hurt me. I totally forgot what they said, but it's basically what we're talking about. Just
Dude,
listen to.
definitely. If you find it, I'm gonna leave it in the description so
Yeah,
people can check it out.
I totally forgot what he said. But yeah.
I let me see. Yeah, we almost halfway. So look, second half, we get to loosen up a little bit. We get to just talk whatever, we get to talk shit. Um, I want to talk just a little bit about we'll save a little bit of the brother duo talk for later, but I want to just touch on it just a little bit
Mhm.
because first things first, um, that's how I met you.
Yeah.
I met this dude along with his brother, and they were both in the studio, and his brother was in the booth, and he was just going, just ripping at the mouth. I was like, God damn, who the fuck is this? And your ass was sitting on the couch just,
Hmm.
and I was like, damn, what is this? And you're like, oh, that's what I'm like, yo, who beat this? He's like, oh, that's my. I'm like, damn, nigga, yo. I'm like, y'all, bro. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, wow, y'all knocking. And then like maybe y'all went through like 3 tracks,
Hmm.
and I was like, damn, all of this, y'all, shit, y'all niggas coming with it. So I was just like, wow, I was blown away. I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like that because at that time, I'm trying to think, that was like 2 years ago, 3 years.
Two, two. I want to say 2 years ago.
I want to say 2 years ago. It was like 2 years ago, and around that time with Sonics and production,
Hmm.
the type of sounds that you were making weren't you're building a bridge with your sounds.
Hmm.
Um, you were what was going on currently in the landscape of popular, just popular consumption, and you're like just house influence. You built this bridge where I was like, oh no, this is it. This are certain sounds that you would pick and how you would play with just like the fact that you knew that your brother was gonna be hopping on this and you knew the quality of his voice, so you knew what sounds was gonna work with him. I just wanted to say publicly kudos to both of y'all and especially kudos to you because like sonically I was like, yo, this kid blew me away. I listened to that shit the other day, bro. I was like, what had this nigga on my show? This shit dope as fuck. So
No,
yeah,
it's a pleasure being here, man. I appreciate all of it, bro. I appreciate
definitely. definitely gotta definitely gotta have a real one zone. Definitely gotta, I see the first time we spoke, just I could tell like you cared as much as I did about music and about what you do with it. Like I can tell that you're intentional with, with your shit. I
Oh
agree.
yeah.
What's we gotta talk about this. When's the next time we're gonna get this No.Topher King Lear project? When the next time y'all?
Project. So right now he's actually working on this project with one of the producers that he found, or we're all good friends with, in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's finishing that up, but the next one should be for the brother duo again.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's really
Do you mind if we dig into that? Into that?
oh, no.
Like as far as like, just musically, what is y'all like, yeah, what is y'all relationship musically? Like how did that
um,
get started?
uh he's been making it as long as I've been making it. Even probably a little bit longer, probably like a year or so longer. But he used to make it as well as me, but then slowly but surely, I was the only one to really keep making it,
Mm-hmm.
like actually keep trying to make it. And then it actually wasn't until like I was 20. He was like 22.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that he actually started rapping. So
Oh, okay.
he's only been rapping for about like 2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Nope. Dead ass.
So
Dead.
when I y'all niggas, that nigga just started rapping.
Yes.
Bullshit. What
Um,
the fuck?
serious. So serious. Dead
That
ass.
nigga was serious. The nigga was going on hard as fuck. I'm gonna leave the link to that shit below because y'all need to listen to that shit. These two were crazy. And this like that just pissed me off, honestly. That's all.
Yeah. I
Damn.
mean, it's literally our work ethic. Like
Mm,
that's how we've been in place. Like if you want to go for something, like go for it 100% and
that's
100%
real.
time. And so we just had to go for it because at that point, like we weren't doing anything with our lives besides working our part times or 9 to 5s or whatever. Not really doing stuff, just living or
For
just
sure.
being here on Earth, really. So like I had it wasn't even just me and him. I actually had two friends, but my other two brothers, um, that I go in that we all go into music together. Um, my friend, my brother, his name is EXO. His Instagram EXO Hurt. he he was the one who kind of pushed me into actually going and making music like
Mm-hmm.
on a consistent basis. Um, he I started teaching him how to make it. He got really good really quick. Um, and then he also transitioned from making it to being a rapper as well.
Mm,
Um, so I mean, we've had songs together, but we haven't put anything out yet.
okay.
So there we have some songs in the works as well. Then his brother, my brother as well, but his actual brother, um, is kind of like the photographer, but he's also getting into making music as well. Like me and EXO have been trying to teach him how to do it as well.
Oh, y'all got gang up in
Yeah,
there.
so at the point, it was literally just us four living in a 2 bedroom house.
That's real.
Literally just every single day is literally just music. Every single day.
Mm, mm, mm.
Um, but some unfortunate things happened, which I definitely don't want to talk about because that's gonna get me mad again. But unfortunate things happened, and we had to leave that spot, and then it kind of went a little bit downhill from there because we weren't able to get as much FaceTime with each other
No,
and
that's real.
like making the music that we were making. Like even at this point right now, it's harder for me to actually get the quality for me, not good quality, but my the quality that I consider to be good
Mm-hmm.
music here, because like it's different from making music by yourself than
Oh,
making music with somebody to bounce shit off of.
collaboration is completely different. And I remember you was that's like the first thing we had linked up. When we was texting, you said that was like the first thing you said. I was like, man, collaboration. I've been like, I've been thirsting for it.
Yeah,
And
it's like in my opinion, it is pivotal to making good music.
yep,
Like
period.
you can make, of course, you
You can
can
make
make
some cool
some good
stuff
stuff
by
by
yourself, but
yourself.
if you have somebody to bounce ideas off of,
Exactly. Like you see any big producer, like Scott Storch is the biggest producer out there besides Ye
yeah.
and Jay Z and all them. But he has, I forgot his name, but he's right there next to him all the time.
Oh no, I think I know.
Never just Scott Storch
Yeah,
making.
it's two. It's two of them.
It's two of them.
Then they make that what you call it, that Roddy Rich song.
Yep, the box.
Yeah,
Made it's like making good music. It takes more than one person,
yeah,
and
it
so
does.
it's a struggle of okay, how what part of my brain can I pick today to make something different,
Mm-hmm.
rather than what part of this person's brain that I've never touched before can I pick? Oh, I got a big ass bucket of
You know what I mean? I
see
feel you.
it,
That's so this must have been hard. Like the whole quarantine shit, it must be really hard
man.
because I mean, honestly, that's part of the reason why I wanted to start this thing is because us as artists, we need to know that we're not alone. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing. As artists, we're not alone. As independent artists, we're out here. We are not alone. There are a lot of us. There are a lot of us. And the only way that we can build anything like the things that have made us dream to
Mm-hmm.
build
Yep.
is work together the same way they did. Like, shoot, the amount of people in the industry, from hip hop to R&B, that literally just said, "Nigga, it's us."
Yeah.
If I'm working, I'm gonna call you when they say, "Do you know a vocalist? Or do you know this person? Or do you know somebody that can come in and do this?" So I wanted to be able to have people on that I feel like, shit, I know you dope ass producer, and I'm always, people are always like, "Oh, I'm tired of YouTube beats. I'm tired of sifting through that shit." And also, I'm tired of sifting through and then finding something that's dope as fuck and not being able to contact the motherfucker and all
Yeah.
type of shit. And I know you gonna be like, "Oh, word, what's up? What you trying to do?"
Exactly.
I know you are. So here y'all is this dope ass producer right here on the plate. Hit my man's up. Let's support the dude. Come on now. We gotta support each other out here. So this is what it's all about. And I'm just like, I'm glad you came on, bro.
I
I really
appreciate
appreciate it.
that. It actually this actually gave me like a kind of a revamping because
Hey.
it reminds me of like where like it you know how you kind of deviate from where you're going just a little bit,
Yeah, just a little bit. And
just a
then you get
little bit,
knocked
and
back.
then you just like just right back on it. Yeah, this was what I needed. So I can't thank you enough for the
Oh,
invite. I
glad to
appreciate
help,
it.
brother.
I
That's
appreciate it.
it, bro. If you want, you can hit me up anytime and we can bounce shit back and forth, whatever, bro.
Yeah, hell
Honestly,
yeah.
because I be having weird corners of my brain too that I be like, man, ain't nobody gonna fuck with that, and then be like, man, you better go up in that back corner and grab that weird ass sample.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a part of kind of getting out your own head
Yeah,
because majority of the time, I'm gonna say about 80% of the time, it's you that's holding yourself back from
yeah,
like just making some weird shit. Like, okay, who knows? Somebody might
hell yeah,
actually really fuck with it, and it might be the right person. So like,
exactly.
don't ever like. I have a bad habit, a horrible habit. Oh my goodness,
Come
of
on.
deleting stuff that I'm No, I don't fuck with it. I'm just gonna start something.
You just delete it off the bat
Yeah,
on some Q-tip shit, bro. You just delete it off the bat.
I've done it so many times.
Wow, that's
Just like
bold.
because it's like, okay, fuck this.
I
I'm just
feel
gonna
you though. I feel you.
let's just go something new. Go something new. Go something new. Go something new. Like if it's not working, okay, I'm gonna do something new. But like what I've been trying to do is just save it and come back to it with a
Yeah,
new headspace and see if I can work with it.
you know what I mean.
So it's all a process. It's all a process. So yeah, I gotta get out of that habit of deleting stuff.
Shoot, nigga, can you imagine if a motherfucker sat down and was producing, and who the motherfucker that made Old Town Road? Can you imagine the motherfucker that was sitting down producing Old Town Road and sat here, listened to it, bounced the motherfucker and everything, and listened to it? It was like, it's too weird. No one's gonna get it. Delete. Can you imagine that shit, bro? Can you really imagine? Like this is a number one hit that stayed up at the top of the charts for weeks, for months, bro.
Mm.
Don't be deleting shit.
Yeah,
Don't be
yeah,
deleting. Don't delete shit, bro. Don't delete
feel
shit.
it. I feel
Don't
it.
nobody delete shit. You at home too. Don't delete shit.
Don't delete it. Don't delete it.
Um, shit. I got a whole bunch of shit that's probably never gonna see the light of day, but I'm not gonna delete it because
Mhm.
at some point I'm like, ooh, that works with this.
Yeah. You never know. Some gonna come up, be like, oh, I do have something for that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But shit, man, it's been great. It's been an awesome conversation. It's been great getting to know you. Look, y'all, this is like the first time us like really like for real getting a chance to talk. Cause like last time it was like
Yeah.
so it was great having you on the show. I really appreciate it. All of No.Topher's information is going to be linked down below. All the people that he mentioned, their info is going to be down there as well. Shoot, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. And we're going to see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.